Alright, what's up everybody? Sewer Badger here with the cast from the KSL, and we have a treat for you. Or, I have a treat for you anyway, because down here, in the red zerg, it is soO. And up here in the top left, representing LMXL, I think, it is Future, with the blue SCVs. Oh my gosh, I need to slow down my scroll speed because that is probably going to get really annoying. So, one of the reasons why I am such a huge fan of soO is because there's not been a WCS when he was before he went into the military where he wasn't in the playoffs bracket. This man is a freaking legendary zerg. Already going for what looks like a hatch gas pool opening, and Future going for a standard opener as well. Don't really see a scout, so I guess he's going to be going for a Reaper scout with this game. But yeah, this is really exciting because this is a really strong up-and-coming Terran player who has been just dominating in the recent circuits, or at least performing incredibly well. I really need to do some research on it, but I mean, he's got a really tough opponent ahead of him. I mean, you don't just casually go up against soO and just say, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to win this. So, here we are on Royal Blood. ESL version, which I don't really know if it really differentiates from the latter version in any way other than this, specifically because of that parting pylon. Oh my god, was it 2 years ago now? It's gotta have been, yeah, it's been 2 years since parting pulled that trick off, and people still haven't forgotten it. And as we see this Reaper coming in, it is in fact going to be a Reaper scout. soO is going to hop right on it, and that Reaper's going to be able to live for a little bit. He's going to get some scouting done here. He's not going to be able to catch a single worker, but he is going to get pushed away by these lings. The queens popping for soO right now are going to ensure the safety of his drones, and that is going to be a Reaper that got off a scout in the natural, but wasn't really able to see much in the main. I'm not sure how much there is to see though. He is going to scout a third. Natural coming up for Future. It looks like it is going to be a 1-1-1 opener. Reaper Hellion opening, probably. And from soO, he is just going to be joining up his third. Now, I've been, watching some casts from far better casters, and well, they always say that the TV. One consensus seems to be that TVZ seems to be the one that takes the longest. So we may be seeing some long games here. We may be seeing some short games here. I don't know what we're going to be seeing. This Marine scouting back and forth going to be trying to keep any Overlord from scouting over here, but the Overlord's over here is going to be able to scout any move out. So this Marine over here to stop any Nidus Worm shenaniganry, and it is going to be advancing into a macro game. Whoever said you couldn't enjoy a macro game clearly never watched a soO game. But that really does raise an interesting question of how a game between stats and soO would look. Already for another pair of Hellions coming out, a tech lab on that factory. Looks like it's going to be a battle mech from Future. Don't know how well it's going to work. But seeing as there's no Roach Warren yet for our Zerg player, I think it's going to be able to do some damage. Battle mech requiring a lot of mobility though. I don't know how this is going to work out. We got some Cyclones, we got Magfield coming online, and got another Tech Lab coming up. We're probably going to be seeing some Blue Flame, a third floating down for Future. And it looks like soO is content to drone up his third. This Reaper is gonna try to escape these, but it looks like these lings are gonna try to catch it. Is he gonna catch it? Oh, no, he is not. Hylian's going to be able to body block for those. Already a link coming in, going to be scouting that it is in fact a third coming out of future. I don't know what soO's thinking right now. Let's get to his mindset. Oh, that's our Terran player. All right, looking at it from his mindset, it looks like he is. Looks like he's preparing for Banshees. A double Evo coming down for him. Just got a layer coming up. About halfway done. So Queens are going to be able to be in position for those Hellions. Going to force them to rotate around. Going to try to have to come in from the other side. But soO, of course, is going to see that. And these Hellions are going to try again to cancel all of these. But he isn't going to get all of them. He's actually only going to get one, though. Alright, so Roach Warden gets thrown down, some Banelings being formed, some Zerglings being formed, this Queen's going to be pushed forward. This is going to be a lot of damage done by Future in this particular game. These Cyclones are going to remain uncontested for the time being, at least until the Roaches come out. Some Hydralisks are being formed, some really good damage being done by Future in this particular fight. So these Hellions getting real low. Some more stuff is going to be coming out for Future, but it is going to be scouted by that Overlord. So he's looking to come in for the surround. If he gets surrounded, that could be the end of this army, and it is going to be a surround. He's going to catch two. He's going to catch one, two. Looks like just two Cyclones and two. What you call Hellions, Blue Flame Hellions, and. I think soO's in a pretty decent position. He got a lot of damage done. Back home, he looks like he's going to be floating this barracks up for high ground vision. There's going to be some more Cyclones coming in. I'm not sure how much I actually like this for Future. I don't like it at all, actually. More Hydralisks on the way. Another gas coming down. Hydra range +1 range. And Baneling speed, it looks like it's going to be a Hydraling Bane from soO. While Future is going to continue with the Cyclone Hellion harass. I'm not certain how well this is going to work. +1 melee also on the way. 4 more Banelings being formed. So these Lings could be coming in, going to harass these SCVs, going to get some damage done. They're going to be able to catch this Hellion. Or maybe not. No, they're not going to be able to catch the Hellion quite yet. So he is going to force Future to pull back, though, which is going to give him some space to maneuver. These things coming across going to catch this scouting Marine on this other side. This barracks being in the middle of the map is really going to cause an issue for Future if he wants to. Going to cause Future issues for soO, actually, for. Well, he's going to need that high ground vision, Future is. And Barracks is just tanky enough to really prevent that damage from really being able to get up. Another, I think that was a Hellion, might have been a Cyclone going down right there. But it's a mostly Cyclone ball for Future right now. These Hellbat's going to be eating a few Banelings. And it stabilizes. Some Infestors coming out for soO, some more Lings, Queens on the... two Queens left for creeping. Some medevacs coming out. Looks like he's going to try to make a transition out of this. Unless he's going to try to go for a drop with these medevacs. I don't know. He's going to be able to catch these Baneling nests, these Baneling cocoons forming in the middle of soO's fourth. But as it stands, the Cyclones outnumber the Hydralisks, so they're going to be able to stand and fight for at least a little bit, but they're going to ultimately have to pull back. It's going to be some pretty furious fighting over here. soO going to be able to scout that the army is still in fact over here. He's going to try to push in, but he's going to find soO in position, so he might try to rotate around over here. He might try to break down these rocks. soO might try to break them down, but I don't really see that happening for Future. He might want to keep soO closed in more. This force is going to try to move out here, going to try to catch a catch a future army, but it doesn't look like they're gonna find it yet. His medevac's filling up with Hellbats. Looks like it's gonna be a Hellbat drop out of future. And he is rotating over here, and soO is going to be able to catch that. He's going to be slightly out of position, but he's going to be able to have a few infestors there to fungal anything that is there. But it's going to be more rotation out of future, who arguably has a very good ability to rotate around the map. His 3 siege tanks going to provide some really irritating punishment to soO right now. And more fungals coming down. And all these cyclones are going to be going down. This is disastrous for future. But it looks like he's going to be able to hold on for the time being. These 3 siege tanks sieging up on the high ground is going to force soO back. These liberators are going to have a really good time keeping them back as well. More links, more hydralisks, more upgrades. soO is going to be rocketing into this mid game it's going to be rocketing to an end game if it ever comes to that. But looks like it's going to be a siege tank Hellbat Liberator out of future. What have we got behind this? A +2 ship weapons and armor coming down. A Ling Run by going to be coming towards here. So future is going to spot it and is going to get a good reaction with those Hellions. These Hellbats going to force soO to evacuate that 4th. And this tank is going to shell away at it, but I'm not certain that is going to be able to. I don't know. Corruptors coming down, a Greater Spark coming out. Looks like soO is going to be going into Broodlords after this. 4th is going to be going down, but another 4th has gone up over here, and he's hiding his drones all the way up here. This is not the best position to be in as soO, but it also, I mean, he is getting a really solid end game rolling before future is really going to be able to do that. I feel like if future waits to get out any more anti-air before soO is able to get out his Broodlords, he is going to be dead in the water here. Already the siege tank sieging up. This is going to be a really good siege up spot for future. He's going to be unsieging all of them. Sieging up another one in the front to cover up for these siege tanks. More siege tanks rolling in. This is a lot of damage for future, who is already pushing in. This is just not soO being able to pull it off, and soO is going to GG out, and that is going to be game 1 going to. Going to be going to future, and well, as we happen to, next time I see you guys, it's gonna be for game 2. Decided that since you all probably don't have the time to be just watching 30-40 minute casts, yeah, I'm gonna upload these games one at a time. Mostly for you to be entertained in the middle of your work, in the middle of lunch break or something. And well, if this works for you, please let me know down in the comments, and I will link the Patreon in the description if you want to help us out. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.